and I'm gonna eat all of these for dinner because I love them all. All right, I'm gonna have one more chip and I'm gonna share a secret with you guys. So what is a salsa verde? Ask 1,000 people, you'll probably get 1,000 different recipes. Now some people think that salsa verde is only a tomatillo salsa. Some people think it can only be made with jalapeños and serranos. And some people think that if it doesn't have cilantro, it's not a real salsa verde. For me, there's only one qualification. It has to be green. Then you can call it a salsa verde. There are 1,000 different ways to make salsa verde. And today, I'm gonna share 3 of those with you. Now our first salsa verde we're gonna make is my personal favorite, which is just a bunch of jalapeños, serranos, and a little bit of garlic and onion. And for our second salsa, we're gonna use our first salsa as a base, and then we're gonna add a bunch of tomatillos and a little bit of cilantro, and we're also gonna add a little bit of chile de árbol, which is an option if you want a little more heat. And so for our third salsa, we're gonna be adding some avocado and make it really nice and creamy. Now that is another amazing salsa verde, also known as salsa de guacamole. Buckle up, stay with me. I'm gonna show you how to make these 3 salsas perfectly in your own home. 10 jalapeños. Today, we're dropping them into the warm water. We have 10 serranos. Dropping those in there. About 1/3 to half of a white onion. We're also gonna use 3 garlic cloves, but I'm not gonna drop them in until the jalapeños and the serranos have been boiling for a couple of minutes. And you don't have to cook them a long time till they're falling apart. You just want to soften them up. They're going to change a little bit of color. They're going to cook really quick, and then we're going to get them straight into the blender. Check it out, friends. Now you can see they're starting to boil, and you can already smell the aroma. When the chiles are hot, you definitely can smell it, and you're going to kind of feel it back here a little bit. I bit one a little while ago. It was definitely not hot, but I can tell there's a few in there that are going to have a good bite. You can see how they're getting a little dull in color. So you want to let them change color a little bit more than that. They're going to get a little more dull looking, and then we'll be ready to go to the blender. I'm going to go ahead and drop my 3 garlics in. 1, 2, 3. All right, my friends, I'm going to start pulling out the serranos and putting these in the blender first. You can see they have that beautiful yellow-green color. That is an indicator that they are ready for the blender. So we're going to do those first. Garlics are going in. They didn't need to cook very long. And we're going to put all these into the blender. All right, now we're gonna need a little bit of water in here. So I'm just gonna take this ladle. There's not an exact measurement for the water. That's always gonna be determined by how many jalapeños and serranos and total chiles you have in there. Also, even the ripeness of the peppers might make a difference as to how many you need. This is just regular iodized salt. I normally like to use straight sea salt, but this is what we have here today, about 3 teaspoons. And we're checking for texture first. Look at that beautiful, steamy green goodness. Maybe needs just a hair more water, so I'm gonna add about 1/2 of a ladle. Like salt, my friends, how much water, how runny you want it, it's not a measurement, it's up to you. It's a personal preference. Look at that, friends. Isn't that gorgeous? Ah, the aroma. Guys, if you've never had just a jalapeño serrano salsa by itself and smelled it after you cooked it like that, man. All right, let's give it a taste test. I'm gonna take one of my chips here. Get a little bit of this green salsa. It's so pretty. It smells delicious too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that packs a punch. I need a little more chip to go with that. If you like a little heat and a little jalapeño flavor in your tacos, in your menudo, in your caldo, heck, you can put it on your ice cream if you want. I'm just kidding. I don't even do that. I'm gonna get another chip, and then we're gonna move on to phase 2, salsa número 2. All right, friends, we're moving into phase 2 of salsa verde. I'm gonna get my tomatillos going in here. These don't take long either. 5 chile de árbol, that's these little red ones. Doesn't change the color, but it sure adds a nice little bite in there. 2 more garlic cloves, but I'm gonna wait on these till it's boiling. Maybe 1/4 of that onion. I'm gonna go ahead and get our phase 1 salsa verde into the blender. The whole purpose of this is to demonstrate that there's no one salsa verde and to encourage you to go home and make your own. A whole head of cilantro, and drop that right in here into our blender. I personally don't like to use the stems. They're a little bit strong, a little bit bitter in my opinion, but some people like to use them, and if you like them, go right ahead. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop my 2 garlics. This is gonna be about another 2 minutes tops. It's already starting to change color. Here's one that is ready, look at that. As they are ready, drop them into the blender. If you see them start to crack and split, you definitely need to take them out. All right, friends, we're done here. I've got everything out of the pot here. I'm just gonna get one ladle and dump it in here. These are tomatillos. They're loaded with water. Now in this case, I'm gonna use OG, which is a pure salt, pepper, and garlic. 2 teaspoons maybe, more or less. It could be 3. Salt is always to taste. Anyway, I do like a little bit of pepper in all of my salsas. It brings a nice earthy flavor to them, but if you just wanna use just salt, that's okay too. Ooh, yeah, baby. That's just beautiful. The cilantro adds another little textural color there. You can see the little specks of the chile de árbol. So friends, this is second phase of our salsa verde today. Let's give it a taste test. Man, that looks really nice. I really like the way it looks. That's one of the things I like about the tomatillo. It adds a nice tart little flavor. When you don't use the onions, it's great. But when you add onions in there, it just does something to the texture and adds a silkiness. I guess that's the right word. It's kind of silky smooth. Not as hot as I was expecting it to be. One more bite and then we're moving on to phase 3. This is so pretty. I think you should take pictures. All right, friends, we're moving on to phase 3 of today's salsa verde. We're gonna go ahead and put some avocado in there and a little squeeze of lime. This is also known as that creamy salsa verde that many of you are familiar with. And it's also known as a salsa guacamole. We're gonna use 2 limes, or it depends on how juicy they are and how much you like limes. You can use 1 or 5. It's really all depends on you. Let's go ahead and add our avocados in here too. Salt is to preference. I like a little peppery kick in there. I like garlic in my salsa, so it can't almost have enough garlic. I'm gonna put a little extra in here, and away we go. All right, so let's get this thing blended, see what we got. 1.5 avocados in here. I'm gonna give it a little taste test and check the texture as well. All right, it has a nice creamy texture. Let me give it a taste test. Wow. I think it needs at least another half of an avocado. I want it to be extra, extra creamy. It also needs a little more salt, so I am gonna shake a little bit more OG. Drop these avocados in here too. This is actually 1 more whole avocado. This is the kind of salsa you wanna make for your next party. Oh, look at that creaminess. Look at that creamy, creamy, delicious looking goodness. Wowzer gazowzer, look at that. It's so creamy, it stands up just like a cone. Oh man, that looks so nice. Wow. I think I need to double check. I don't know if I believe it's that good. That is fantastic. I think this is gonna be my dinner with a bag of chips. And I don't think this is gonna be my dinner with a bag of chips. It's that good. I highly recommend you can put this on your tacos, your tostadas, and everything else that you like salsa on. It's fantastic. All right, I'm gonna have 1 more chip and I'm gonna share a secret with you guys.
After we top off that little.
I think you could use a little more salt still. All right, now there's a common misconception that the creaminess of a salsa verde comes from crema, but it's really achieved with the avocado. But you can also add a little bit of crema in there to add an extra silky smoothness to it. Doesn't take a lot, maybe a tablespoon or 2. So we're gonna go ahead and add that in there, give it another pulse, and show you guys what that looks like. Okay, I think it needs a little bit more. We're gonna go ahead and add a little bit more crema. I want to say that's about another 2 tablespoons more or less. There's no right way, no exact wrong way. It's just mostly all to preference. It looks a little bit lighter green now. So you see here, friends, now we have an even creamier salsa verde / salsa guacamole. Stage 4 of salsa verde. Nice, very nice and creamy. Yeah, that's good. So damn good. It's fantastic. I already said fantastic like 20 times, so let me say it one more time. This salsa is fantastic. I'm gonna take another little chip at least. The crema made it a little silkier, a little smoother, but it also changed the flavor just a little bit. And that, my friends, wraps up the 3 phases of salsa verde plus the bonus number 4. I'm gonna rank these from my favorite to my least favorite today, but keep in mind that they're all my favorite. They're all good. Number 4 is gonna be the one with the crema. Nothing wrong with it. It's super good and extra creamy, but it's just not something that I'm used to. I'm gonna say this is probably number 3 for me. It's super delicious, super good, but one of the things that we always do in our tacos is add avocado, right? A little cilantro and a squeeze of lime. This one here has it all, including the avocado. So this is my second favorite, and this is still gonna be my favorite because all of these were born from this one to begin with. From here, you can pretty much make any kind of salsa verde that you like. And that, my friends, are some of the salsa verde secrets that a lot of the restaurants use. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any videos from Arnitex. And if you're interested in our American Pitmaster rubs, you can go to pitmaster.us. You can order online. We ship nationwide. And if you want to up your barbecue game, you can go to pitmasterclass.us, and I'll see you there. Friends, thanks for watching. Really appreciate each and every one of you guys. We'll see you later. Keep the smoke light. Make it work. Boom! And I'm gonna eat all of these for dinner because I love them all. They're all fantastic. Cut! Give me another chip and a beer. We're bringing up a hot salsa to burn you to the ground. Ain't nothing to flippity flip right now, so I guess I'll just do the sippity sip. I already ate fajita 3 times today, so this is all I need for dinner. This is our Jalapeño Serrano cauldron.